Ayusin lang natin ang hair. Hi guys, welcome back. I'm gonna share with you a very important journey that I have been going through this past few months. I want to share with you something that's very, very personal to me. I have been praying for this opportunity where I can share the information that I have, especially information that relates to what I'm going through right now. Some of you may have already know, or my friends, my relatives, of course my family know that was diagnosed to have a tumor 3 months ago. It was incidental. So first, how I found out about the tumor. So the story goes like this. For quite some time now, I have a cyst here, a tiny bump right here in this part of my head for like 10 years already. And I have been, brushing it off. I have been setting it aside. I don't want to have it checked. It's not bothering me at all. It's not painful. It's just a normal cyst, I would say. It keeps getting bigger and bigger by the year. Didn't have the time to really have it checked until this happened. So I was showering. So this happened back in November 2023. Today is September 19, 2024. Parang a drop of water entered my ear. So, parang bothered ako kasi for 2 days na I could hear like a gargling sound on my right ear. I knew back then that there's still water inside. So it's been 2 days. The next day after work, I decided to go to the nearest ENT, which was in Marikina Valley Hospital. So I drove to the hospital on my own because I was so bothered. Ayaw umalis nung tubig. So a lot of things I already did, like pinatakan ko na siya ng water, nagtatalo na ako, and then I even bumped my head many times in the pillow para lang mag-pop yung yung water na nasa loob ng ear ko. But then it was really, really bothering me. So ayoko rin siyang ma-infect. And then her name is Dr. Silva. When she was checking the ear, my right ear, she noticed the bump in my head. Kinapa niyang ganun. Sabi niya, nasa ibabaw lang naman ng skull. So, we can actually remove it now if you like. So, dahil nga wala akong kasama going to the hospital, no, and I just drove by myself, takot ako baka hindi ako makauwi kasi I know that mag-administer siya ng anesthesia on me. Balik na lang ako, doc, kasi hindi rin ako ready. So, that was, I think, Thursday. May pasok pa ako the next morning sa work. Sabi niya, have it, check muna. Let's have it checked. Sabi niya, mag-undergo ka ng CT scan since babalik ka pa naman. And so, ayun na. Nag-CT scan na ako after 7 months or so. Punta ako ng eye scan sometime in May. I believe it was May or June. Which costs, nalagay ko na lang yan. And then, covered naman siya ng MaxiCare. Call MaxiCare, have it pre-approved, or you can Viber eye scan, they can have it approved for you. Siguro 3 days nakuha ko yung scan, hindi naman siya agad-agad. But nakita ko yung film. Naiuwi ko yung film, but the impression, yung mga ganon, it took a while. Siguro 3 days before I was sent to my email. Dun sa film, meron siyang tiny, parang size of an eyeball na puti. Parang back then, hindi ko naman naisip na tumor yun or something. Nalaman ko na lang when I sent it to my husband's sister, who is a doctor by the way, at Cardinal Santos. Sinend ko sa kanya. Sabi niya, may dalawang impressions na nakita siya sa MRI ko, which is first yung cyst. So nakita yun, just above my skull. So, ano lang siya, ano ba yun? Vestibular cyst, ganun. Impression pa na nakita is meron ng something dun sa brain ko, just below my head, so bandang cerebellum, to talk to a neurologist about it so they can, better discuss with me and explain to me things about the impression. So wala pa, hindi pa dumarating yung result from eye scan. Sa akin lang yung film at this point in time. Refer siya ng doctor sa Cardinal Santos. After I received the impression from eye scan, we immediately went there for a consultation with the neurologist. Yun yung first step namin. In-explain niya kung ano yung nakita, and he said na it is a tumor, 2.4 centimeters. Relatively maliit pa daw yun. Kaya wala pa akong symptoms at all. I want to share with you guys na wala akong symptoms prior to finding out about the tumor. When you have a tumor is that you'll have consistent headaches na hindi nawawala ng gamot. So, included siguro yung migraine doon, I am not sure. Nahihilo, vertigo, imbalance. Parang even yung pag-blur ng eyes mo, double vision, fatigue, ganyan. Those things wala ako nun. Parang may sound lang ako minsan na naririnig in my ear, which they call tinnitus. Pero very rare na mangyayari yan sa akin. I would say siguro once every 6 months. Ganun siya. So, wala talaga. Hindi ako na-bother hindi ko naisip na magkakaroon ako ng tumor. Wala talagang signs. Anyway, I was very active. Naglo-lawn tennis ako. I would jog. Wala talaga. As in, clear. Headaches, wala din, imbalance. Definitely wala. Kasi active ako. Nag-lawn tennis pa ako and all. Badminton as well. So, volleyball as well. Wala talaga. There's no sign. Nung nasa neurologist na kami, advised me to see a neurosurgeon. So, neurologist is different from neurosurgeon. So, since nasa Cardinal na rin naman kami, so ask for recommendation may kay Dr. Jimenez, who is also a friend of my husband's sister sa Cardinal. 1 week lang, nakapagpa-schedule na kami sa kanya. We went back to Cardinal Santos. Ask pa siya for me to do an MRI with contrast pala. So, after the CT scan na ni-request ng ENT ko, I had to do an MRI with contrast para mas malinaw yung makikita nung neurosurgeon sa ulo ko. And then we did the MRI scan with contrast also sa eye scan. Ifa-flash ko na lang how much. This is also covered by MaxiCare. So, same thing. Have it approved muna. Mag-set ka ng appointment with eye scan by messaging them through Viber. And then once you're there, just give the card number to them, and then they will have it approved and then schedule you for an MRI. So I think it was 1 hour and 15 or 30 minutes, 1 hour and 30 minutes. Grabe yun. Pagka-claustrophobic ko. So, lalagay ka ng helmet, no? Tapos papasok ka sa isang machine, malaking machine, and then makakarinig ka ng maraming sounds na talagang bothering for 1 hour. Gagawin sa yun. Na-receive namin ulit yung film, same day. So, mas clear na this time. Kasi tutusukan ka, may injection yun eh. Yung MRI with contrast, tutusukan ka ng blue something, blue chemical in your body while you're doing the scan para it could pass through your veins and then mapunta siya dito hanggang sa brain mo, and then mas clear nilang makikita yung brain, yung structure ng brain mo. And then mas stand out yung tumor, mas makikita nila how big it is or small it is. And then exactly kung ano yung mga nerve na natamaan or tinatamaan nung tumor na yun. Anyway, nakuha namin yung film the same day, but the impression took about 3 days to be received. Sa email mo yun marireceive. Pwede ko rin mag-drop by doon para they could print it out for you. But definitely, once it's ready, sinisend naman siya sa email. You can also follow up via Viber. I would say eye scan talaga is very reliable when it comes to scans. Dito sa Marikina, I would say they have a very good service. So, I would really recommend them to you kung nasa Marikina area kayo. And I believe that they have different branches here in the Philippines. They also have one in Pasig. Moving on, na-receive ko na yung MRI ko, yung film, na-receive ko na rin yung impression. And then we went to Dr. Jimenez. This time, ang kausap na namin is neurosurgeon. Very accommodating si Dr. Jimenez. He explained to me na yung location is somehow risky. I'll show it to you guys here if a flash ko. Yan. So it's CPA, right CPA angle na tumor about 2.4 centimeters. So far, wala siyang tinatamaan na nerves. Hindi siya nakakling sa kahit anong nerves sa brain ko. Thus, hindi pa yung symptoms. Hindi pa ramdam. Sabi niya, I have 3 options. First option would be to have the gamma knife done at Cardinal Santos. Gamma knife is recommended for tumors na 2.5 yung laki and less than. Since mine is 2.4, pwede pa niyang i-gamma knife. So what's the purpose of the gamma knife? It's non-invasive, meaning they don't have to really open your skull. They don't have to really get into your brain and get the tumor, no? It uses specific gamma rays, ganon, para paliitin yung tumor. At least stop yung pag-grow ng tumor. So, it is recommended for smaller tumors, especially kung wala pang symptoms. Ano yung risk ng gamma? Pwedeng mag-react si tumor, lumaki, thus causing you to have your skull open and then mag-result siya sa surgery. And then second option would be surgery, yun nga, open surgery. And then third option, which is not really recommended, is to watch weight. Para malaman kung gaano siya ka laki, mag-grow by the year. So, syempre with my age and with my present condition na healthy naman ako, the doctors really don't advise to watch and wait. Mas okay talaga if kukunin yung tumor out of your, out of your head. And in that way, they would know kung anong klaseng tumor yun, ibabiopsy yun, and they would know kung ito ba ay benign, ito ba ay malignant, or kung benign man, may mga level pa siya, may 1, 2, 3 pa siya. And then I went home, we prayed about it, nag-usap kami ng husband ko, and I wasn't really at peace. I was certainly sure that I wanted that tumor out of my brain, out of my head. So I prayed about it, my family prayed about it, and I think the best way to go about it is to remove it once and for all. Given na wala pa akong symptoms and malakas pa ako, bata pa. A very, very good friend of mine since high school forwarded me a contact number, a doctor actually, Dr. Gerardo Orgap Legaspi is the director of the PGH. So third term niya na to as the director of the PGH. He's the best and seasoned doctor or neurosurgeon in the whole Philippines. Nung unang sinento sa akin, hindi ko talaga pinansin, to be honest. Talagang parang gusto ko lang ma-explain muna sa akin. I wanted to know more about the tumor and what to expect. Yun lang. Nakinig naman ako sa mga sinasabi na I have to get a second opinion, which I did. And so, nung sinend sa akin si Dr. Gapi information niya, agad-agad ako nag-message dun sa secretary niya and schedule an appointment with him. So, si Dr. Gap Legaspi, nagki-clinic siya for consultations and follow-up sa St. Luke's BGC. Clinic siya dyan every Thursday, which I will flash here yung time na available, and also I will flash here the number of his secretary. You can set an appointment with her. Kita niya yung MRI ko. I had to explain kung ano yung nga yung nararamdaman ko in the past. Sabi ko wala talaga, and then he took my MRI, checked it, and sabi niya, we can remove it. Relatively maliit pa to sa mga na-encounter ko prior. So, sabi niya, I can remove it. We can have this scheduled for operation. Consultation took about 7 minutes only, but it was filled with hope. Kasi finally, naging at peace ako dun sa ganung recommendation na complete removal of the tumor. Although, of course, hindi niya masasabi what may happen, what can or may happen. I asked him about the worst thing that could happen during the surgery, and it straight to my face that death could be the worst thing that could happen at the operating table. So I had to like process it for a while. Pero I can say that I was so at peace with that option. Yung peace that surpasses all understanding. And I was very thankful that I got the chance to talk to him. With the doctor's credentials, with the history, with the track record that he has, definitely I knew that I am in the best hands. I have a D group, and isa sa mga ka-D group ko also encouraged me to go with Dr. Legaspi because two of his friends also underwent the surgery with Dr. Legaspi, and they are all okay now. They are back to work, so it's sobrang encouraging. Don't get me wrong, Gamma Knife is definitely a good option. It costs about 600,000 plus. But then, nasa borderline na yung tumor ko. My tumor was 2.4 centimeters. The Gamma Knife was ideal for 2.5 centimeters na tumors and less. So, I didn't really want to take the risk of that tumor growing much bigger than ever before. And so, I decided to go ahead with open surgery. It wasn't a tough decision, really. Madulas lahat eh. You would know that something is right for you if you see that everything goes like smoothly, although may mga liko-liko, no, parang walang rough edges. Ganon, hindi ako sumasabit-sabit sa mga kanto nung liko-liko na yun. It was very smooth. Parang lahat ng information was given to me at the right time, at the right place, by the right people. I knew back then that it was really something that God wants me to do at that time. Is this really the best decision at this point in time? Is it the Gamma Knife? Is the open surgery? May peace talaga dun sa open surgery. I would devote myself into prayer every day, asking the Lord which is the best way to go. It was very clear that it was really the open surgery with Dr. Gap. I would flash here some information that you may want to know about Dr. Gap, mga links then about him. My advice would be, if you're seeking for a doctor, a specialist doctor, you may want to research a little bit more. Not really a little bit, but you may want to research talaga about your doctor, his record, his patients, ask around. Definitely malaki yung magagawa ng good track record, and the history and experience talaga. So that's about it for today's video, guys. Ang dami ko na nabigay na information sa inyo, and I hope these things will help you and encourage you as well. So until next time, thank you. Bye.